Hi everyone, my name is Serena. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to do something that I haven't done in a long time, and that is a tag. I have been tagged in a few things lately, so I am so excited to have something to film. I am going to do the anti-TBR tag. I'm going to link the original video down below. I was tagged by my friend Kelsey here on booktube. Her channel is Bookishly Nerdy. I will link her channel down below as well. I have not really thought about my answers, but let's just improvise. Also, I may have some unpopular opinions, who knows, but no disclaimers here. Everybody has different tastes. So let's get right into it. Question number 1 is a popular book everyone loves that you have no interest in reading. The first book that pops into my mind is actually a book in which I was interested at one point, but the more I wait to read it, the less I'm interested in it. So let me just say The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I'm not going to say that I'll never read this, but my interest in it right now isn't much. I've heard very mixed things about this. I've heard that it's very long in the sense that it's kind of boring in the middle, and the fact that Addie LaRue lives all these centuries and doesn't really meet a lot of people of color. She only meets white people for some reason. I've heard stuff like this, so the more I wait, the more I'm less interested in this. So let me know your thoughts on this book down below if you've read it. And another book that I want to mention that I wasn't interested since the beginning and I'm still not interested in is Lore. For some reason, it's been on everyone's anticipated reads video of 2021. It's a very recent release. I am not interested in it at all. I don't know why. I've also heard mixed things about it. So, a classic book or author you don't have an interest in reading. There are a lot of classics that I want to read, and a lot of classics that I probably never get to. But I feel like saying Moby Dick, maybe? Or The Call of the Wild. I watched the movie in January, and I don't think I would ever read the book, because I mean, I know the story kinda, and it's a lot about nature, and I don't know if I would like it, you know? And Moby Dick, I don't know, I feel like that's a very long book that I wouldn't be interested in for some reason. Number 3 and number 3.2 are two questions that I want to answer at the same time. The third question is an author whose books you have no interest in reading, and 3.2 is a problematic author whose books you have no interest in reading. And for this one, the first one that pops into my mind is J. Asher, the author who wrote 13 Reasons Why. I do not want to read that because I know the author is very problematic. Plus, I've already watched the show, so I'm not interested in reading this book, and I will never read anything by this author. And this leads me into the next question, number 4. An author you have read a couple books from and have decided their books are not for you. I have different answers for this question. First of all, I have read the Harry Potter series, and I love the series. I will always love the series. But J.K. Rowling, we're not supporting her anymore, in the sense that I'm not going to buy any more books from her. And for, you know, just an author that I don't think the books are for me, I want to say Colleen Hoover, because I read 2 books by her and they were meh. I want to read Verity, so we'll see if the thriller aspect will make my mind change, you know? Number 5 is a genre you have no interest in, or a genre you tried to get into and couldn't. This is a hard one because I read a lot of different things, or at least I'm trying to, and I want to read different things. So I don't know how to answer this question. Maybe nonfiction, but the fact is I haven't read a lot of nonfiction. I have like 5 on my shelves that I'm really, really, really interested in. Dystopian, I've kind of grew out of that genre, but I don't know how to answer this question. 6, a book you have bought but will never read. This can be a book you have on hold, returned to the library, unread. Here's the thing. I tend to read everything that I buy because I have spent money on it and I want to, you know, read it. I've done that with the Pretty Little Liars series, the first 2 books. I didn't want to read them, but I did because I did own them and I did spend money on them. So I did read them. So my answer to this question, I have borrowed some books from friends and started it but didn't finish it. Like, I think once I borrowed a book by Freud, The Interpretation of Dreams. I started it, immediately put it down and gave it back because I wasn't in the mood for that. And nothing else comes to mind. I have DNF'd books that I own, but I have not touched it at all and unhold them, you know. Number 7 is a series you have no interest in reading or a series you started and have DNF'd. Let me tell you, there has been a lot of book series that I've DNF'd the past year. I've just went through my Goodreads read list and wrote down every single series that I'm not interested in continuing on, and I have it right here in my notes. Shatter Me series, not continuing on with that. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, no. Moon Called, The Giver, House of Night, Me Before You. A lot of them are like random companion novels that I don't want to continue on. Pretty Little Liars. You, I don't think I'll continue on with that. I will watch the show. And The Maze Runner, I DNF'd that. I started the 3rd book but never finished that. I'm not going to read the prequels. That's another problematic author right there that I won't continue on. I have done a couple of videos a few years ago. I need to do a new one about popular book series I'll probably never read. And if you're interested, those are very, very old videos. But I'll probably never read those still. Last question is a new release you have no interest in reading. I already answered this. It is lore. I am not interested in reading lore for some reason. I don't know, maybe it's the mythology aspect of it, because I do own Circe. I want to read that. I've read Percy Jackson. I don't know, something about Greek mythology. I'm not into it right now. So I'm not interested in that. And yeah, those are all my answers. Unpopular opinions, maybe. Let me know if you agree with anything I've said down below, and I will tag Marley and Isabel. I will link their channels down below. I want to see your answers. I don't know if you've done these. If you've done this video and I can't remember, I'm sorry. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll talk to you in my next one. Bye!